Basic sentence patterns, kind of sentence, snapshot. Setelah Anda memahami bermacam-macam bentuk kalimat, antara lain simple compound, kompleks, dan compound kompleks sentence, berikut akan dibahas lebih lanjut kalimat dalam penggunaannya sebagai sarana komunikasi sehari-hari sebagaimana telah dijelaskan secara praktis pada clue pertama. Apa yang telah dicontohkan pada clue pertama adalah kalimat dalam bentuk deklaratif dan kurung declarative sentence yang merupakan bentuk kalimat dengan fungsi utama menyampaikan pesan atau informasi berupa cerita atau berita. Kita masih memiliki beberapa jenis kalimat lain dengan fungsi yang berbeda tentunya. Untuk lebih jelasnya, berikut pembahasannya secara praktis. Intelligent pattern, declarative sentence, adalah kalimat berita atau kalimat pernyataan yang berisi suatu pernyataan pesan, informasi, atau cerita semata-mata. Kalimat tersebut dapat berbentuk kalimat positif atau kalimat negatif. Kalimat aktif atau kalimat pasif. Kalimat juga dapat berbentuk simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, atau compound complex sentence. Semua contoh kalimat dalam bermacam-macam bentuk kalimat tersebut termasuk declarative sentence. Pada contoh teks berikut digunakan bentuk declarative sentence positif, negatif, aktif, and passive, simple, compound, and complex. Berikut contohnya. One thing that I don't like very much is noise. This is one of the reasons why I choose to live in the country. And I prefer to live in village which is far away from the central city. Country is always quiet, but a city is always noisy. This is because of the face that always rush around. Faces are made for people to rush around easily. City also becomes a central business. This makes the city becomes crowded all the time. Crowds always produce noise and this makes the place noisy. I cannot stand for a noisy place as I cannot sleep well at night. Berikut analisa ini. Bagian anak kalimat yang berada di dalam kotak adalah adjective clause dan adverbial clause, sedangkan predikat dicetak tebal, kata kerja pasif yaitu dicetak tebal dan di garis bawah, sedangkan konjungsi dicetak miring dan garis bawah. Ya, contohnya yang pertama, one thing that I don't like very much is noise. Ini. Yang kedua, this is one of the reason why I choose to live in the country and I prefer to live a village which is far away from the central city. Yang ketiga, country is always quiet but a city is always noisy. Yang keempat, this is because of the face. Sorry. Wages are made for people to rush around easily. Yang lima, yang keenam, maaf. City also becomes a central business. This makes the city becomes crowd all the time. Yang ketujuh, crowds always produce noise and this makes the place noisy. Yang terakhir, I cannot stand for a noisy place as I cannot sleep well at night. Berikut contoh teks lain yang menggunakan bentuk declarative sentence. Teks berikut berisi informasi tentang lokasi the main post office. Jika tidak dari segi genre, teks berikut termasuk deskripsi. Teks ini dibuat oleh seseorang yang dipastikan sudah mengenal lokasi kantor pos dengan baik dan diperuntukkan kepada siapa saja yang ingin menggunakan jasa layanan kantor pos tersebut. Ini contohnya, it is very easy to get to the main post office where people can mail letters. Bus number 25 will take anyone who needs the postal service with only 2,000 rupiah. If people take the bus, they usually get off just in front of the Castle Hotel. In this one of the best hotels in town, there is one big intersection with a wonderful fountain in the middle, just after the hotel. It is called Castle Intersection, which is very popular all over the city parts. The main post office, which is three-story building, is just about 200 meters from the intersection to the left. Although you have never been there, I bet that you can find it easily. Analisa berikut yaitu bagian anak kalimat yang berada di dalam kotak adalah adjective clause, noun clause, atau adverbial clause. Sedangkan bagian predikat dicetak tebal itu kalimat pasif yang digarisbawahi. Konjungsi dicetak miring dan garis bawah. Ini kalimat pertamanya. It is very easy to get to the main post office, where people can mail letter. Kedua, bus number 25 will take anyone who needs the postal service there with only 2,000 rupiah. Yang ketiga, if people take the bus, they usually get off just in front of the Castle Hotel. Yang keempat, there is one big intersection with a fountain in the middle just after the hotel. Yang keenam, it is called coastal intersection, which is very popular all over the city parts. Yang keenam, the main post office, which is three-story building, is just about 200 meters from the intersection to the left. Yang ketujuh, although you have never been there, I bet that you can find it easily. Kesimpulannya, makna atau pesan yang terkandung di dalam declarative sentence adalah sekedar menyampaikan informasi atau pengetahuan umum. Penggunaan tenses yang tepat sangat berpengaruh terhadap makna pesan yang disampaikan. Setiap kalimat selalu diawali dengan huruf kapital dan diakhiri dengan tanda titik. Poin B, question sentence adalah kalimat tanya atau kalimat yang berisi suatu pertanyaan. Kita akan menggunakan kalimat di sini jika kita ingin menanyakan atau meminta suatu informasi atau hal penting lainnya. Sesuai dengan penggunaan kata tanya, question words, dan penggunaan tense yang tepat, question sentence dibedakan menjadi dua. Yang pertama, yes or no question. Jadi kalimat tanya ini dimasukkan untuk bertanya. Dalam hal ini kita sebagai pihak yang bertanya sengaja atau menghendaki jawaban yes atau no. Ciri jenis kalimat tanya ini adalah penggunaan kata bantu auxiliary pada awal kalimat. Kita perhatikan beberapa contoh kalimat berikut. Yang pertama, is it very easy to get to the main post office where people can mail letters? Ini ada tanda tanya. Yang kedua, can bus number 25 take anyone who needs the postal service there with only 2,000 rupiah? Yang ketiga, if people take the bus, do they usually get off just in front of the Castle Hotel? Yang keempat, is there one big intersection with a fountain in the middle just after the hotel? Yang lima, is the intersection called Castle Intersection? Yang keenam, is the main post office, which is three-story building, just about 200 meter from the intersection to the left. Although I have never been there, do you bet that I can find it easily? Selanjutnya, beberapa contoh kalimat tanya dibuat oleh seseorang yang masih relatif baru di suatu kota. Excuse me, sir, I just moved in. My name is Fitun Jaujin. Say, is there a shopping center not far from here? Next, and is there a drugstore around here? Is there a payphone around here? I need to call a friend. I like a great place to eat. Are there any good restaurant on the street? Do you think bus number 25 can take me to the main post office? Can you tell me the best way? Can you tell me the best way to get to Stella Maris Hotel? Simpulannya, penggunaan auxiliary harus tepat sesuai dengan bentuk subjek kalimat dan bentuk kata kerja yang digunakan sebagai predikat. Setiap kalimat tanya selalu diakhiri dengan tanda tanya. Yang kedua, WH question. Jenis kalimat tanya ini digunakan bila kita hendak meminta suatu hal, jasa, informasi, atau keterangan tertentu. Oleh karena itu, kita sering menyebutnya sebagai question for information. Ciri kalimat tanya jenis ini adalah digunakannya kata tanya what, when, where, why, who, how pada awal kalimat. A. What digunakan jika kita ingin menanyakan suatu hal atau suatu benda atau objek, baik konkret ataupun abstrak. Berikut teks yang berisi pertanyaan dari seseorang tetangga yang baru pindah. Excuse me, mom. I'm new here. What can I do here for the weekend? Next, what should I do be safe at night? What can I get the new grocery store? What shall I say if I meet someone new moving into my apartment? The city looks beautiful. What has the city government done to make everything well arranged. What has the government done to guarantee people to feel secure? What does the government plan to secure this country? What do the high school graduates usually do after graduation? When? Digunakan bila kita ingin menanyakan informasi tentang waktu atau saat terjadinya suatu hal atau dilakukannya suatu aktivitas tertentu. Contohnya, when were you born? When did you when did you graduate from elementary school? When did you learn English for the first time? When did you meet your English teacher first time? When did you begin to fall in love for the first time? When did you call for a help to friend? When did the last time you apologize to a close friend? When did you go to beach? Berikutnya C. Where. Digunakan bila kita ingin menanyakan informasi tentang suatu lokasi atau tempat. Contohnya, where did you grow up? Where did you go to junior high school? Where did you have graduation celebration? Where did you meet your very best friend for the first time? Where did you say I love you to someone for the first time? Where did you have dinner with someone special last month? Where do you think the right place for the first special dinner with someone new? Satunya why. Digunakan bila kita ingin menanyakan suatu informasi tentang alasan atau sebab terjadinya suatu hal atau dilakukannya suatu aktivitas. Berikut pertanyaan umum tetangga baru kita dan beberapa pertanyaan khusus untuk Anda. Contohnya, why do people like to go to grocery store downtown? Why do people like to stay in cheap hotel? Why do you like to live in this apartment? Why did the local government sweep the predicate away from the city? Why did many people choose to abstain in the general election last year? Why does the local government allow the landlords to get the lands from the farmer with cheap price? Why do you choose to study here? Why why do you think English is difficult? Berikutnya, who. Digunakan bila kita ingin menanyakan subjek kalimat atau pelaku suatu aktivitas. Jawablah pertanyaan berikut ini. Who is the headmaster of your school? Sir Sunardi. Who teach you English? My teacher. Who comes late every Monday? Me. Who give you money? Who give you money for the school fee? My mom. Who has taken care of you far? I'm working. Who has made you sad this to last week? Maybe my girlfriend. Who do you think is the best president for the next general election? Who is your favorite actor and actress? Actor and actress is Tom Holland. Who has written the book you already know? My book is Dylan. Next, F. How. Digunakan jika kita ingin menanyakan cara suatu aktivitas dilakukan. Berikut beberapa pertanyaan yang harus saya jawab. How do you come to school every day? How do you finish your homework? How does your English teacher teach you? How does a friend next to you come to school every day? How does the government increase the national income? How do you think I shall call you? How could the young singer become very famous all over the world? How will you do the exam successfully if you don't know each of the question? How can you guarantee your life serious if you never try to do the best? Variasi kalimat tanya dengan kata tanya what, kita dapat mengkombinasikan kata tanya tersebut dengan beberapa hal atau kata berikut. Time, like, tambahkan noun. What time? Untuk meminta informasi keterangan waktu. What time do you usually get up? What time do you usually leave the house? What time do you go to bed every day? What time is it so? And what time did the president announce the decree? Gitu. What is like? Untuk menanyakan kondisi keadaan atau kualitas suatu objek. Contohnya, what is your school like? Is it comfortable? What is your English teacher like? Is he terrible? What is your hometown like? Is it clean? Yes. What is the new shopping center like? Is it really great? What is the weather like in Tokyo? What is the political movement like? What is the untuk menanyakan jumlah besaran atau kuantitas suatu objek. Contohnya, what is the price of the latest model of Honda? What is the price of your good book? What is the population of this country nowadays? What is your address? Menanyakan alamat, bukan jumlah. Variasi kalimat tanya dengan kata tanya how, kita bisa mengkombinasikan dengan beberapa jenis kata berikut untuk menanyakan beberapa hal yang berbeda. Contohnya, how many, tambahkan countable noun untuk menanyakan jumlah atau quantity. How many students are there in your class? How many teachers are in the school? How many students are absent today? How many girls are wearing short skirt in your classroom today? How many books do you read a week? How many phone calls have you made today? How many members of the parliament agreed with the president? How many kinds of birds are included as animals and protected by the law? How much untuk menanyakan besaran atau jumlah benda dengan kategori uncountable noun. Jawablah pertanyaan berikut ini. Saya contoh. How much money do you have now? How much time do you need to go to school? How much sugar do you need for your tea? Little. How much is your school fee per semester? 200,000 rupiah. Itu negeri. How much meat did the cook need for marinated sirloin steak? How much baking soda is needed to make a birthday cake? Next, what time did the president wait, make a birthday cake. How old, how far, how long, how big digunakan untuk menanyakan karakter suatu benda sesuai dengan kata yang melekat pada how itu sendiri. Contohnya, how old are you now? How old do you think is your teacher now? How old is the famous singer? How far is your house from your school? How long does it usually take you to get to school? Is the new apartment very big? How big is how big is your how big is your house? Selanjutnya poin C. Imperative sentence. Imperative sentence adalah kalimat berisi suatu ekspresi perintah biasa yang mengandung permintaan terhadap seseorang untuk melakukan atau tidak melakukan suatu hal. Oleh karena itu, jika Anda ingin menyampaikan pesan berupa perintah atau permintaan kepada seseorang agar melakukan suatu hal, pergunakanlah imperative sentence. Imperative sentence dapat dikelompokkan menjadi 3. Command, kalimat perintah; request, kalimat permohonan; dan prohibition, kalimat larangan. Yang pertama, command merupakan bentuk kalimat yang berisi perintah kepada seseorang untuk melakukan sesuatu sesuai dengan pesan yang tertuang pada kata kerjanya. A. Command berupa kata kerja. Jika perintah berupa kata kerja, maka kata tersebut diletakkan pada awal kalimat. Tambahkan please agar makna perintah kedengaran lebih sopan. Di dalam bahasa Indonesia, kata kerja tersebut diterjemahkan lah. Number 1. Come to my house. Datanglah. Come before 8 a.m. please. The meeting is at 8 a.m. 8 o'clock. Give the message to Miss Stella and tell her that I come to pick her up to go out on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Please remember that June the once my birthday. Berikut teks yang berisi suatu perintah atau petunjuk kepada seseorang yang ingin mencari suatu lokasi. Kata kerja yang merupakan predikat diletakkan pada awal kalimat dan dicetak tebal. It is very easy to get to Castlebang. Take the bus number 25. Get off just in front of the main post office on Castle Street. There is an intersection just after the post office. Go to intersection, then cross the intersection. Walk down for about 100 meter. The bank is on the left. Don't miss it. Berikut teks yang berisi petunjuk bagaimana Anda bisa membuat beef satay. This is the way how to make beef satay. Cut up the meat into small pieces. Put the meat a bowl with some sauce and seasoning. Take the meat out after 20 minutes. Put the meat on the skewer and then put the meat on the barbecue. Turn over the meat after 5 minutes and cook it for 5 minutes more. Take the kebabs off the barbecue, put them on the plate and enjoy. Selanjutnya poin B, komen berupa kata sifat atau kata benda. Jika perintah berupa kata sifat atau kata benda, letakkan be pada awal kalimat. Dapat juga ditambahkan please agar makna perintah keterangan lebih sopan. Be careful, it's driving. The traffic is very busy this morning. Be patient, Stella Maris. Life is so wonderful if you can realize. Be a faithful woman, Marisa. I'm proud of you. Be imaginative and optimistic. I know that you can do it well. Be hardworking and easygoing. Be religious. It is very important in this life. Be aware of what you have done so far. Berikut teks yang berisi suatu nasihat kepada Anda jika Anda ingin menjadi sesosok idaman. Anjay. If you want to be successful in the future life and to be the idol for everyone, stick to the following suggestions. Be romantic, be energetic, be optimist, be independent, be easygoing, be generous, be patient, be tough, be humorous, be creative, be imaginative, be confident, be diligent, be reliable, be sociable, be friendly, be serious, be polite. Next, request. Permohonan atau permintaan. Request adalah kalimat yang berisi suatu pesan permohonan kepada seseorang untuk melakukan suatu hal aktivitas. Request berbentuk kalimat tanya dengan menggunakan modal yang sangat umum seperti could you, will you, would you like to, would you mind. Teks berikut berisi beberapa permintaan dari saya untuk diri Anda para pembaca buku ini. Baik. Will you be a little quicker? I'm trying to concentrate on the lesson. Could you pick me up at 14 this afternoon? Could you get a taxi? I have an important date with someone. Could you come to attend my Could you come to attend the meeting? It's very urgent. Will you get me some medicine from the drugstore? Would you like to lend me your Jupiter Stella? Mine is broken. Would you mind coming to my house on Saturday night? I'll have some friends over for dinner. Would you mind giving the message to Castella Empira? I miss her very much. Prohibition, prohibition, larangan adalah kalimat yang berisi pesan suatu larangan, yaitu perintah agar seseorang tidak melakukan sesuatu hal atau aktivitas. Apapun bentuk larangan itu, baik larangan berbentuk kata kerja, kata sifat, maupun kata benda, Anda cukup meletakkan don't pada awal kalimat. Berikut teks yang berisi pesan untuk Anda. If one day you want to be a great person, don't come to class late too often. Don't go out at night. Don't go to wait. Don't go to any nightclubs. Don't drink liquor. Don't smoke. Don't be too careful. Don't be angry too easily. Don't be sad. Life is too short to mourn. Don't be a foolish lady, Stella. I can understand you. Don't hope to kick the ball if you are only a supporter or spectator. A supporter will never be a winner. Selanjutnya, exclamatory sentence. Kalimat pujian atau kekaguman. Exclamatory sentence adalah bentuk kalimat pujian, sanjungan, atau ungkapan kekaguman atas suatu hal. Kalimat didahului dengan penggunaan what, alangkah, betapa, atau how. Perhatikan bedanya dalam beberapa contoh kalimat berikut ini. Did you know my English teacher? How handsome and generous he is. He is also smart and very creative. Did you know a girl named Stella? How smart she is. What a fantastic car it is, I think. I like to buy it. How fantastic. The car is, I think I like to buy it. Do you know Casella? How very nice she is. I like her very much. Did you know that young man's wife? What a faithful woman she is. Dengan memahami bermacam-macam kalimat sebagaimana telah dijelaskan di atas, Anda dipastikan tidak akan mendapati kesulitan lagi dalam menentukan pilihan kalimat yang tepat untuk digunakan sesuai dengan macam pesan yang ingin Anda sampaikan. Pesan bisa berupa informasi atau berita perintah, pertanyaan, larangan, permohonan atas suatu hal untuk dilakukan, atau suatu pesan pujian untuk kekaguman. Good luck, always do the best, and love scene. Thank you very much and done.